Living Power with Dan Hurd.
How should you deal with false accusations? In this passage in Nehemiah, we see that Sanballat sent an open letter to Nehemiah. Now, normally letters during this time period were written on a papyrus or leather, and then it was rolled up and it was tied with a string, and it was sealed with clay or with wax. And the seal was a way to authorize the letter and to protect its contents. Well, obviously, Sanballat meant for the contents of that letter to be known publicly. He didn't seal it. It was an open letter. So anybody could just, whoever was delivering it would open it and look at it. Oh my goodness, and it's coming from Sanballat. It must be true. And then all of a sudden, the wagging tongues start and the word spreads. The letter wasn't really targeted to Nehemiah. It was targeted to the people. It was an open letter that was designed for the people. False accusations that weren't even, they were about Nehemiah, but they were actually meant to spread to other people. And so what happens is this accusation was made not to Nehemiah, but about Nehemiah, to the public. That kind of false accusation also happens. Now, what I find interesting is the timing on this. Notice that it came after Sanballat and his cohorts had pretended to want to make peace and reconciliation. They wanted to meet him in that town that means to make reconciliation. And Nehemiah had said, no, I'm busy, I'm focused on what I'm doing right now. I can't stop doing what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So now they come back and they start this false accusation campaign. And they make it public. They let everybody know about it. They spread all kinds of rumors and lies about Nehemiah. But here's how Nehemiah handled it. He did three things. Verse 8, he repudiated the charge as false, but he didn't waste time on it. This is what he said. Verse 8, no such thing as you say have been done, for you're inventing them out of your own mind. I think that's a kind way of saying, you're a moron. You have made this up, and you're just doing this intentionally to hurt me. That's all you're doing. You've made this up. That's an outright lie. That's all he said. He said, you're lying. He repudiated it as a false charge, but he didn't waste time on it. He just said, no, you're lying, and moved on. Secondly, he called it what it was. It was a fabrication. He just said, look, it's a lie. You know it's a lie, and I know it's a lie. And then notice what he did. Verse 9, he prayed for strength and protection. He didn't start a campaign and start rising up and write a whole letter to be published in the newspaper about why he wasn't guilty as charged and what was going on and all. He didn't do that. He just simply said, look, it's a lie. I'm not going to waste time on it. And you made this up. And then he started praying for strength and for protection. Listen, don't underestimate the power of God to protect you. When you're in the center of God's will, you are under God's protection. Let him protect you. Let him be your authority in your life. Let him provide the protection that he can, that he wants to do. God is in the business of protecting you and providing for you. So let him do what it is that he wants to do.